Hi, and welcome to this other video here. My name is Francesca, and I'm a teacher of Neidan, this is Taoist inner alchemy. In this video, not as many videos that I do, I just want to tell you a story that is maybe interesting because now coincidence sometimes frequently lead us into life and in what we will love in our life. Life is built on our experience after all, and I wanted to tell you my first experience of meditation, Qigong meditation, that modify actually the state of our body and mind. And that happened much before I knew anything, even something like Qigong exists. And it was when I was, I think, between 4 and 6, well, 4 and 6. So I love to swim. I always loved to swim. I knew how to swim at that age. And I really, really like to be underwater. And I was convinced that if I really try hard, I will have grown gills. Okay? So I tried very hard to be underwater as much as possible, etc., etc. As you may imagine, I did not grow gills, but I learned how to slow down my heart. I learned how to take deep breath and how to breathe deeply. I learned how to move only the muscles needed and to go into a state of total relax and meditation for the rest. I learned to not be a slave fundamentally of my body, because well, for who doesn't know deep diving or apnea, when we feel that we need to breathe, there are contractions in our belly, no? And these contractions don't really signal that we have not enough oxygen. It signals that the levels of CO2 in our blood are too high. And the contraction actually help the air in our lungs to mix up again and to get a little bit more oxygen from that. And so we really don't need to get out of underwater or to start to breathe as soon as we have the contractions. After a while they stop. There generally are two warnings, and then you feel fine. And that's the moment in which it's more dangerous to be underwater, because unless you're trained, there are other subtle signs that the level of oxygen, which is what is important for us, is going too low. But they're subtle. You really need to know what they are and put attention on it. For example, the visual field restrict. I learned this much later, and thank God I didn't die underwater like really angels. But I did learn that to ignore the first contractions, because after all, I will feel good and not a problem. So I was hoping gills are growing. So this, by the way, taught me later also that having a sense of fear is also important. So not only the good stuff are important in life, but also a sense of fear, because after all, after I learned to pass the contractions, and I didn't know anything about all this that I just explained, I did have some accidents underwater, and fortunately I did not die, but it would have been better if there was some kind of warning before. However, the universe provided, and it was very, very good, and that was my first experience of how our mind or consciousness can affect and influence our bodies. Not though my first experience of meditation and connection with energy, which happened even before. And that's a longer story, maybe, and I will tell you, if you are interested, another time, in another story. Whoever wants to share their own stories of how they started to meditate or coincidence, please do it in the comments down here. If you're seeing this video. If you want to subscribe to the channel or like the video, always appreciated. And of course you can contribute at the to the channel through Patreon. And you can contact me privately if you want for lessons, as everyone now, online, Zoom, etc., etc. Thank you. Have a good day.